Hey, good morning. Here's our hope. Our hope is that we're going to be able to walk through the Bible together, have a short devotional with you, for you. More with you is what we're looking for. Time for you to be engaged in God's Word, and then time also for us together as a church to be looking at the same things together daily. So our hope is to put out a video every day, a devotion walking you through the book of First John. So it links up well with John, the Gospel of John, same author, and so we want to provide some insight in that along the way. This is not in any way going to be exhaustive. We don't have time for that. You have lots on your schedules, a lot of Netflix to binge and all of that as you sit at home, so we want you to get back to that. But we do want to provide some space for you to be in God's Word, to have some connection with other people as they're reading some of the same things together. And so we're just going to do that daily to put that out there. If it's of use to you, great, and we'd love to be a resource. So, First John, I think some of the things we think about as we go through a book are author, genre, why was it written, and some of the themes that go along with that. So let me just share a couple things and then give you some things to consider as you read through the book. And I would encourage you to read through daily. It's 5 chapters, so it's short. You could read through it in a sitting, maybe take a couple chapters and read through those in a sitting along with your family or with friends or however that works for you to read along with it. So author, John is the author. There you go, write that down. John. He's the oldest living apostle, probably lived until 117, 18 AD. So his writings are probably some of the last we have in the Bible. It is a letter, so it was a letter written to specific churches. So this isn't just information, but it's a letter written to people. And the reason it was written was to combat opposition against the church. There were people, scholars don't really know why, but people were leaving the church, were against the church. And so John was writing to really put truth out there to some of the oppositions that were there. And a couple themes or words that I want you to look at as we consider this letter, 3 words that you'll see over and over and over again. The word know, to know, K-N-O-W. It's in there multiple times. The word love is also there. And the word light. John uses repetition. We've seen that in the gospel account too, but he uses repetition to show us certain things along the way. And so one of those key words is to know the truth. And so 6 things that I think we're going to see over our time together, and I'll leave these with you, are these. John combats the opposition by speaking truth, and here's how he does it, 6 ways. If you want to write these down, great. If not, you can just look for them. And it's this. First, our claims to know God must be followed up with obedience. So we can't just claim to know God but not obey. So that's one. Secondly, we cannot claim to be without sin because we aren't. So we can't claim that. Third, we must believe that Jesus is the Son of God and the Messiah. We have to believe those things. Fourth, we must believe that Jesus' death on the cross is the only atonement for sins. There's not another way to cover sins. Fifth, we must love others because God is the very definition of love. So it's going to speak a lot to love as we walk through this together. And then 6, we must continue in the habit, scratch that. We must not continue in the habit of sinning when we know it is sin. We can't continue in doing something if we know it's sin. We're going to see this. These are my words. These are John's words. We'll see these over and over. So the question I'll leave with us as we consider those themes is this. What's the most challenging of those 6 as you consider the book, as you consider reading through this? What's the most challenging of those truth claims as John combats the lies?